The 53rd Annual San Francisco International Film Festival is well underway with 177 films from 46 countries covering everything from war stories, love stories, bees, orangutans, quite a variety. And we have Rachel Rosen, Director of Programming for the San Francisco Film Society, joining me today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
So, first of all, tell me about the selection process. How do you find and discover all these films to share with us?
Sure. Well, we have a team of programmers, and we cast the widest net possible. And since this is the festival's 53rd year, we do have a pretty good reputation as a festival around the world. So a lot of people come to us and tell us that they have a new film, but we also talk to producers, film organizations, directors, and try and get anyone we can think of who has a film ready to send it to us.
Now, do you have certain styles, certain topics, and certain issues in mind, or is it really just a blank slate and you just see what's out there?
Well, we try and go in with a pretty blank slate. We want to come out with a program that is very diverse in all sorts of ways. So at the end of the day, we don't want to have all comedies or all war dramas, but we don't have particular themes that we want to hit when we're going in. We're really looking for what are the best films of this year that we can bring to San Francisco.
Are there any noticeable trends in films?
Yeah, it's funny. Each year there are some trends that emerge. I will also say that's with the caveat that has the veneer of our programmers' opinions over it. So, it might just be the trend in what we're liking, but around the world, I really feel like there's a return to a classic kind of filmmaking this year. So maybe a little less jumpy cam and flash cutting and just more really gorgeous images.
That's interesting because I feel like I'm noticing these days more filmmakers, more amateur filmmakers, with outlets like YouTube, just more amateur films like that out there.
Well, maybe this is a reaction to filmmakers around the world to that kind of amateur filmmaking. I have no idea why the trends happen. I just know that I notice them and that I see more classic styles of shooting.
Now, I know you've worked at the LA Film Festival and the New York Film Festival. Is there a distinct flavor to the San Francisco Film Festival?
Oh, absolutely. I will say I think there's a distinct flavor to every different festival, and that even if they're looked at by the world, they really reflect the audiences in the particular city where they're located. And San Francisco audiences continue to surprise me with how much of an appetite they have for what's different and how curious they are to see the unexpected. They're really, really willing to take a lot of risks when they go to the movies, which is so fun for a programmer.
So what are some of the highlights?
Oh, gosh. Well, I feel like there are a lot of highlights, and there are a lot of hidden gems, too. But I always feel like the highlights are some of the awards we're giving out and some of the things that will only happen once because they have an unusual event element to them. So, for instance, we're giving our directing award this year to the Brazilian director Walter Salles, who directed Central Station and Motorcycle Diaries, but he's preparing a documentary for us that has never been seen before and may never be seen again about his efforts to make a film of the book On the Road.
Wow, that's really special. So you feel like the audience that gets to see that, it's a real treat.
Yeah, there are a bunch of people who are doing things at the festival that might be the only opportunity the world ever has to see them.
Wow. And out of all these 177 films, do you have your favorites?
You're not supposed to publicly ask the mother to choose her children, but I will say that, not to be too repetitive, but the things I'm excited about seeing are the things in the section we call Live and On Stage, because those are the things with an element, either prolonged conversation with someone, or, for instance, Walter Murch, the great filmmaker, giving our State of Cinema address. They're things with an element of chance in them, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, there's always really interesting films at the film festival, and it's nice to take a break from big Hollywood, right?
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with big Hollywood, but it's also really refreshing to see these different modes of filmmaking from different places around the world.
And the film festival continues through May 6th. For more information, go to our website at kcbs.com/communitycorner.